Your boy Biznack. I'm back. I'm back in the building, man. I'm back in the building, man. Your boy back in the building. Back. I'm back in the building. Back on the live. Back on the grind. I'm back. Biggity back. Biggity biggity biggity. Back. 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 What we on, man? There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. I should have made some thumbnail pictures. That's what my intention was to do. Was to clip some pictures and put it on my background so I could, you know what I'm saying, so it can help me stay on topic on what I'm talking about. You know, that's what my intentions was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Well, I ain't gonna do it. But now I'm on the Miz news. I'm on the move. I'm grooving. Cooking and moving. Wednesday? Yeah, nigga, it's Wednesday. Got your boy doing local shit today, man. I'm on this local paper chase with it, man. I don't like doing local. I don't really like doing local. There's a lot of in and out, jumping in and out the truck, in and out the truck, in and out the truck. I don't like this shit. I like just get in, get to my load, hook up, jump back in. Yeah, man, that shit. Yeah, I like this road. Yeah, I can tell they tripping on me. They ain't put nobody in the lab yet, man. I'm just talking anyway. Really what it is, my son had told me, he was on my, he was counting how many videos he had on his YouTube. And he said, I got more videos than you now. And I was like, oh, you do? And he was like, yeah, he was like, I got 300 and something. I forgot how many he said. He might have said 310 or 300 and something. I forgot 20 something. I don't know. He said something. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh okay. You know, I really wasn't thinking nothing about it. And then he was like, let me see what you got. And then, cause I think I got like 270 something or whatever. And then he was like, that's what I said. And then he was like, oh, you got 290 something. I don't know, 291 or some bullshit. And so then he was like, let me see what you done. What's the last thing you posted? He's like, you ain't posted in 2 weeks. And I was like, all right. And the way he said it was like he was disappointed that I hadn't posted nothing. And so I was like, man, let me post something. And so that's the reason why I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know this, man, this social media stuff, man, it kind of irritating sometimes. Like, I don't know, I can understand what people be going through when they be, you know, doing social media and stuff like when they trying to actually put forth an effort to make social media content. I understand it now. I understand a little bit more in the aspect of trying to be creative, trying to create something that people will be interested in looking at, or something that people be interested in watching. And then I also understand now, like, having an idea of what you want to do and what you want to talk about, and people seemingly not being interested in that. And so I understand that aspect of it as well too. I just had another thought process. But and so it's like I understand that too, because it's like with your social media shit, man, it's like you might feel like you want to talk about certain type of shit. Like me, I'm 44 years old. And I be wanting to talk about shit from the aspect and perspective of somebody that's been through what I've been through and how I see things and, you know, my experiences and shit. And that's what I want to talk about. And I ain't gonna lie, man, people don't really be interested in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, people be interested. You know, I be looking at, you know, social media and what people respond to. Like, I'm not dumb by any means. And I be looking at social media and just, you know, watching what people respond to. And people respond to, like, the bullshit. Like, people want to subscribe to the circus. People want to see the... People want to be entertained. People want to be entertained. People don't want to be just... people don't want to learn nothing. In my opinion, unless it's like, you know, some DIY type shit, but like people don't want to learn like life experiences, life lessons and shit, man. You can learn a lot listening to a motherfucker just talk about different scenarios, or you ask questions of people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to just subscribe to the bullshit. Like if I jump on this motherfucker and just start acting a fool or making a fool of myself, you know, then people be like, oh shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? They be on that shit. You know, it's like, I got a sense of humor, you know what I'm saying, that pops up here and there, but it's like, I ain't on that shit all the motherfucking time, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm back on this motherfucker. My son's like, man, you ain't made a video. He's like, you ain't posted nothing in 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, let me post something. I seen my hours on, it wasn't even 2 weeks. I think it was just a week. I ain't posted nothing last week, which I did post a video last week. I actually posted 3 videos last week. And, yeah, I posted 3 videos last week, and they ain't getting no views. And so I deleted them. Like, I actually posted 5. I actually posted 5 videos, I believe. And some shit like that, 5 or 6, some shit like that, and 3 of them didn't get no goddamn views. So I deleted the motherfucker. I think it was like one got 2 views, one got 3 views, one got 5 views. I deleted the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's like, you know, one I was just talking, you know, one I was doing shit, then the other one, the last one I was just talking and just telling everybody what was going on that week, because it was, you know, Thanksgiving weekend and shit. Yeah, that motherfucker just got 5 views. I deleted that motherfucker. I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like shit, don't nobody want to watch it. Fuck it. I deleted the motherfucker. Yeah, you know, it's what it is. My son, you know, he like, man, you gotta post, man. You ain't posting 2 weeks. You ain't posting 2 weeks. I'm like, god damn, okay, man. Shit, I'll make a motherfucking post. And I know why he doing that shit, because I was bugging him about a week ago on his social media page about posting this stuff, and because he wasn't posting. And I was like, man, you need to post every day. You need to post something every day. And I was giving him advice about posting and all that shit. So everything I told, so once he started doing what I was telling him, he started seeing the results of what I was telling him. And then I guess since I wasn't doing it, he basically repeating what I was telling him, saying the shit to me, you know, last night. So I was like, fuck it. So then this morning I was like, man, I'll fuck around. I'll go live, talk about some shit, ramble off about some shit. Whatever. Whoever listens to, whoever don't, fuck it. You know what it is. Like a lot of shit to talk about. I know the funniest thing, something funny. I think it's funny watching Shannon Sharpe and Michael Irvin interview. I think it's been out for a little while. And them niggas was talking about, Michael Irvin was talking about when he had the house, when you know, fucking with them females and shit. That shit is funny to me. That motherfucker told his partner, I ain't finna shut down the car. That shit was funny. If y'all ain't seen that interview, y'all gotta go watch that interview. That interview is funny as hell. I think they had gave each other daps and hugs about goddamn 2,000 times. They were laughing like a motherfucker. That motherfucker, but like I'm from Dallas, man, like Dallas, Texas, man. I just, you know, I know I don't tell nobody, but I'm from on social media. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and so I grew up in that era that when Michael Irvin and all them, when Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, and all that type of shit, when they was running Dallas, and when they was, you know, winning them Super Bowls and shit, and they was the hot shit, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas and stuff, you know, I was growing up in that time, you know, and so I was here, you know, and them motherfuckers, they was doing every bit, they was doing every bit of what they was talking about and then some. Like the shit that they even talk about, it don't even cast a shadow on what they was actually doing out here when it come to like fucking around with females, fucking around in the clubs. And I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? We was hearing about all this shit, man. They was having the time of their motherfucking life. Hold on, I forgot I had to do something. Oh, bitch. Yeah, so I was here when them niggas was, you know, I was growing up when, you know, Dallas was the Dallas Cowboys, you know, when we had the real Dallas Cowboys that was actually winning championships and going to the Super Bowl and all this shit. Them dudes was some motherfucking fools, man. Like Deion Sanders, you had this club out here called, it had so many different names, but it was, it was a club out here. It had so many names. One of the names that's in my head is called RJ's by the Lake, and I can't think of the fucking name of the goddamn lake right now, but it's in North Dallas. And Deion Sanders, you know, this was back, it would be competitive in buying the bar and shit. And so, they would be competitive in buying the bar. Probably on the other side. They'd be competitive in buying the bar. So, you have one motherfucker. So all them dudes that was doing that shit in the 2000s, them motherfuckers had been done did that, especially the Cowboys and other teams, like all them football dudes from back in the day, they been done did that. Them dudes wasn't doing nothing special. And all that making it rain and all that stuff, them dudes was doing that shit in the 90s and shit. And that's some trash. And but anyway, but like, so you know they'd be competitive about it. Motherfucker go buy all the alcohol. Another motherfucker come, he buy the whole motherfucking bar. So Deion Sanders, he wants to act the fool. And he not only buys the bar, he buys the club. So he buys this one night, he buys the whole motherfucking club. And I mean buy the club. So now this dude owns this goddamn club. And I don't know how long he owned it, but he owned it for a good while and shit. And that club was a jumping motherfucker. Like all our parents went, our moms, our dads, they was all at that motherfucking club. I don't remember what he called it though. When he owned it, I don't remember what Deion Sanders called the club when he owned it. I know at one point in time it was called RJ's by the Lake, but it had so many different names because so many different people owned it. Even when I first became an adult, I went to the club, it was called something else. It had a whole different name, Deion and all them, they was long gone by then. And, like, so much so, even my dad, this how prevalent the club was. My dad at one point in time, under one of the names, I don't remember what the name was, he got the club shut down. Because him and his partners had shot the motherfucker up, because they had done got into it with somebody. And they had shot the whole fucking thing up and got the whole club shut. And so then so it ended up changing names again. So it's like the club had went through so many goddamn names. The fucked up part about it was supposed to be like an upscale club. That's the funny part about it. They had the most hoodest motherfuckers there, but it was like at that time. This is about in the peak of the like. Damn, this is like in the peak of the dope era at the same time. So not only do you have like Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, whoever else was on the Cowboys at that time, because I can't remember all their names. I just had the city jumping with all the different clubs and shit. Because we had a lot of clubs. We had, they had GG's. GG's was like not an old club, but it was kind of like the old school club. That's where like the 30s and early 40 crowd would go, or 25 and older would go. And I think 21 and older would go to Deion's club when he owned it. And but that club was always like that, no matter who owned it. And so, but man, them motherfuckers was a fool. And Deion had bought that whole club. Them dudes was a class. Them, the radio host from K104, and we didn't have 97.9 back then. We had K104, we had 100.3 Jams. Them the only two hip-hop R&B stations we had at that time. And the fool said, I got shot. But yeah, so that was the only two stations we had at that time. We had KNON, which KNON was one of them stations where, what the fuck you call it? Like, people donate, people, call in like I don't remember if it was every month or every quarter. I think it might have been every quarter, if I'm not mistaken, and people would donate. But my point is, they would play hip hop too. Like at certain time of the day, they would play hip hop, but they play more like I'm getting off topic, but I'm just trying to explain the era of the time. They play hip hop, but then they play Southern freestyle, if you know what that is. That's more like it ain't just a Mexican thing, but a lot of Mexican people be into it. Like a lot of California people still fuck with this shit to this day. But they play like a lot of that. And then they will basically run the weekend or run the evening weekend, except on Sunday morning. Sunday morning was church. So that was one of them type of radio stations. So besides that, we had K104, 100.3. Those was our hip hop stations. So you had these DJs running around fucking everybody, mama, aunties, and all that shit. And you had Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and whoever else was on the Cowboys fucking everybody, mamas, aunties, and ain't no telling us what was going on. Because a lot of DL shit was going on too, most likely, but we didn't know nothing about what DL was at that particular time. So we didn't know nothing about that shit. So that shit, nobody was talking about that shit, but it was a whole bunch of shit going on at that time, because a lot of us we was all kids. I'm telling about it from when I was a kid. Well, a lot of us was getting left at grandma's house and whoever, the oldest kid watching every goddamn body, they was partying like you. Man, you probably get dropped off somewhere on Friday. You don't see your parents till motherfucking Sunday or motherfucking Monday, man. Especially if you ain't had to go to school Monday. Shit, man, they was out partying like a motherfucker. And they ain't partied like people party today, where, you go to a club now or a bar now, people got phones and they just partying for that picture or that video that they could post, and then they just gonna be sitting in the corner the rest of the time. That wasn't going down. Them motherfuckers, they dancing, fighting, and fucking. That's all them motherfuckers was doing back then. And so it's like, dancing, fighting, drinking, and fucking. That's all they was doing back then. They just acting a goddamn fool, man. It's like, and so when you watch the Shannon Sharpe and Michael Irvin interview, and he talking about that time when he had the White House, which the house wasn't white, but I don't know why the hell they called it the White House, because the house wasn't white. And they was running all them women through there. It was a wild motherfucking time. Them motherfuckers was a fool. And they was a fool around town. Like, them niggas, It was so many rumors going on around it about this. There's probably a lot of motherfuckers out here. It's probably a lot of kids out here that's like motherfucking fucking they daddy is fucking Michael Irvin and Deion Sanders and motherfucking Emmitt Smith and whoever else was on motherfucking the football Dallas football team at that time. And then you especially because I'm pretty sure it's a whole bunch of niggas around here that they daddy is the motherfucking Chip. What was that nigga name? Skip. Not Skip Murphy. It's the other nigga. We had two Skips. We had Skip Murphy and Skip. Was it Skip Arnold? But one was younger than the other. One was tall and light skinned. It's probably a whole bunch of motherfuckers out here that's they daddy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say because them niggas was like females back then. You know, back then this is Dallas, Texas. How many motherfucking famous motherfuckers coming through Dallas, Texas at this motherfucking time? You know what I'm saying? This is the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Fame wasn't like it is today where damn near everybody fucking famous. Fame was like motherfuckers damn near almost cried when they seen a famous motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And when like you see somebody like this famous like a motherfucking Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or something like that. Now they might not cry as much like if they see, I don't know, like if they see Deion Sanders. But if it was back then, if it was a female and Deion Sanders popping his shit, 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure it was a go. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, it just is what it is. I'm just being honest. It's just the time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like women just the most complicated motherfuckers. You got the fame, you got the money, and you got the accolades. What you think finna happen? So yeah, them motherfuckers, a lot of them motherfuckers. It's a lot of niggas out here that ain't got no goddamn daddy. I'm pretty sure if some motherfucking blood test went on, there'd be a lot of niggas out here. Deion Sanders ain't daddy. We got a lot of motherfuckers who can play football like a motherfucker. Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin. Ain't no telling how many kids out here belong to them niggas, man. You just don't know. It's like we got some football playing, we got some running motherfuckers out here, man. We got all kinds of motherfuckers. I got built, stocky ass motherfuckers that look like Emmitt Smith. You know, I ain't accusing nobody or nothing. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Like it was a wild time back then, man. It was a wild time. There's a lot of niggas who don't know who the fuck their daddies is, and that's there's a lot of niggas that don't know who their daddy is between 1990 and motherfucking 99. I'm just saying, and there was a lot going on. There was a whole lot of fucking going on out here, man. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it was a lot of shit going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And so when Michael Irvin was talking all that shit, saying all that shit, and he was talking about the White House, and he was talking about the clubs, and just all the shit that was going on, and them riding around with them license plates. I think his license plate said Playmaker. Emmitt Smith had something. Deion Sanders had something. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember all them goddamn players. I know it's like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers that was like big names, but shit, right now it's just like it's just in the morning. My brain ain't all the way woke up again. But yeah, man, it was a wild time, man. It was a wild time. I did not look at what the fuck this motherfucker was. Shit, man. Let me go hook up to this motherfucker. That's just for the port. I'll probably talk about something else when I come back. I'm finna, I gotta hook up to this trailer, do a little bit of work. This motherfucker, oh goddamn. I don't feel like fuck with this shit today. Shit. Oh, shit. Alright, motherfucker. But yeah, man, that was it about this situation, about the whole Dion and all them. They just that Shannon Sharp, Mike Irvin interview. That shit funny as hell to me. I haven't watched the interview straight. I just watched the clips. That's pretty much how I watch everything. I kind of watch everything in clips unless they just say something that's like unless they just say some shit that's like interesting, like that just like catch my attention, then I go watch the full interview or something like that. Or if it's somebody who just say some shit that's really just like, I gotta watch this type shit. But man, Snoop Dogg and Daz, bro. I would have never thought I was seeing them niggas in the position that they in, bro. Like, it's kind of disheartening, bro. Like, on some real shit, because you kind of watch some of these guys, like your whole life coming up, you watch these guys. And then you see these guys and you come to find out that they not really even as close as you thought they was, or what we perceived them to be. Like, the image that they sold us back in the day wasn't even what we thought it was. But it's like, and I feel like it's kind of fucked up, because a lot of these niggas wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for the other person. And I'm kind of looking, it's a lot of, like, I'm not one of them people who normally like hate on celebrities and shit, and I try to refrain from doing that type of shit unless they just do some just out of whack hoe ass shit. I try to refrain from just being a celebrity hater, like just hating on a celebrity for just no fucking reason. But Snoop been doing some shit, man, or just his reputation just over the years, to me, has really just been degrading, in my opinion. Because, like, he's done some, like, real... He's done some real hoe-ass type shit, like, over the years, and then even, like, back in the day before we even knew who Snoop was. Like, that nigga done some hoe-ass shit, bro. And that whole, like, dog pound movement, like, there's a lot of hoe-ass shit went on with that whole dog pound movement. It was just the whole Death Row shit all together. And one thing about it is, when Snoop Dogg first when Snoop Dogg first acquired Death Row, when I initially first heard about it, I thought it was odd. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was odd. I was like, man, it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of like some old shit. Like, in my eyes, from my understanding, mind you, I don't know none of these people. I don't have no relationships with nobody. I don't know no celebrities. All this is from the outside looking in. Just me. What the fuck, bro? This shit don't make no fucking sense. This is just me giving my opinion. And I think it's kind of weird, bro, that I thought it was weird when Snoop first got the label. And the reason why this is my initial opinion about the whole situation. The reason why I had the initial opinion about it was because I thought it was weird, because so much negative shit had went on with Death Row that I really thought that it was kind of like really felt like it was kind of like beating a dead horse, or just I just didn't see the point in it at the time. It didn't make sense to me. Well, then, so, you know, when he did an interview and he was talking about it, he was like, well, he did an interview, he was talking about, he was like, well, I bought, I acquired, he said, initially what he said was, this is coming out of his mouth on the interview I seen, it was him talking. He said that he initially, everything started was because he was trying to get his publishing and all his, the ownership of his music. That's where all this shit's spanned from. And so when he had initially, I think he got the publishing to his music, to Doggy Style and just everything. I think Doggy Style and Dogfather, just everything that was on Death Row. He had got the publishing to it. And then he said that dudes was online talking about he got the publishing, but he don't have the masters. And so he said he went back and got the masters. He was like, well, shit, man, these niggas talking shit. I'm gonna go back and get the masters. So when he went back and got the masters, he said that he talked to the dudes and was like, whoever these people are, he was like, how much is it for the label? And so they talked about it and they worked out a deal and they came back, with a number and he took a couple of months or so, got the money up. This is his story. This is what he said. And got the money up about the label. This is the story he told. And that's how he acquired Death Row. So he buys Death Row. He gets Death Row. And then it was something else. People was like, well, he don't own this and he don't own that. So he went and got the ownership of whatever that was. So this is all the shit he was saying in this interview. And so I'm like, okay, so at that point, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it is a good thing. He bought the label and all that kind of shit. Then he was talking about that he was going to go after getting everybody else's publishing that was on the label that did work on Death Row. And he was going to turn everybody's publishing over to them. And so I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. That sounds like that's a good deal. Like, he was like, Dog Pound going to get paid, RBX, Rage, and he was just naming all these people that was gonna get paid. Warren G gonna get paid, and all this other kind of shit like that. And so he was like, everybody who was supposed to get paid back in the day, they gonna get paid, today. So I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe it is a good thing he got the label. So then they start doing like, music and stuff. You know how they do. They doing, they media push and they doing videos and doing, putting out a song here and there and all that kind of stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, they really trying to do something. So then that was about maybe a year, maybe 2 years ago, and then you fast forward to now, they ain't put out no Death Row albums. They ain't put out nothing with nobody, and ain't nothing went on. Like he just keep, for some odd reason, just giving people Death Row chains, and that's when I started thinking shit was getting weird. So in the beginning, I thought it was weird that he would want to buy Death Row, because all the history of Death Row is like you buying tainted, something tainted. You know what I'm saying? That's just tainted. And it's just tainted. It's just always have evil energy around it. Who would want to own something that has evil energy around it? So that's really my thought when he first bought Death Row. So after that, when he was explaining what he was trying to do out of